Welcome to Paperback Perspectives, a podcast about books, where your hosts, Ryan, Kaylin, and Annette, give you their perspectives on all things reading. Cozy up in your favorite book nook and let's dive in. Okay, so it started. And then Sam will do the part here where he'll like edit it and make it started when we're supposed to start.
Do you remember our introduction? Because Ryan's not here.
Just hello.
Okay. Ryan's often our introducing person. So, all right.
We're a tricycle with only two wheels.
We are. We're a little wobbly today. He'll be glad to know he was missed. He likes to be the center of attention sometimes.
He was bummed he couldn't be here.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, but
Aw. Maybe another time.
Yes. Oh, that'd be fun to do a follow-up.
Yes.
All right. So are we ready to make this sound official?
Yeah.
You lead us off.
All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Paperback Perspectives. It looks a little bit different today, so we're on Zoom. We have a very special guest today that we'll kind of go into in a little bit, and we're also in my office now instead of our basement.
Upstairs
We're
instead of downstairs.
We broke out of the basement. We have a wonderful special guest today that we are so excited to get to talk to.
We're also missing somebody.
We are also missing someone.
Ryan is not with us today because he's got a bad back. So
we're holding it on our own.
I know,
here.
which is good because I don't know where we would have put a third person in our little setup here.
That's true. We would have been hugged like right in the middle here.
Yeah. Well, we are very lucky today because we are joined by a real life author of a very special book. So we are going to be talking to the author today of Bella Bean on Blueberry Lane, and Terri Stephens-Higgins. Did I say that right? Is joining us today. And Terri is joining us from Iowa to talk about her story and her book.
Yes, we are so excited to have you here.
So we should start by saying that we heard
Thank
about
you.
Terri.
I'm glad to be here.
Yeah. We heard about Terri and her book through mutual friends. So shout out to our beautiful friend Cindy and Karen, who Cindy's the reader that we talk about sometimes. She's recommended some of my absolute favorite books.
Yes.
And she told us about Terri and her book. So welcome.
Yes.
Thank you.
We're going to start it off just like we usually do with just some like little life updates, kind of just some general things that if you want to like let people know what's been going on in your life. For me, Sam and I have been traveling like crazy in October. We've been, if you count layovers, like in airports, we've been to 10 states in the month of October.
You win.
So, we've been all over this October. So we've been to Maine, Chicago, California, Dallas, New Hampshire. We've been all over the place, but
as part of two trips.
Two trips,
kind
not
of
all
became
one
roundabout,
thing.
right?
Yeah, California, Maine, not close to each other, but two different trips, and all of them were very fun and very enjoyable. But I'm ready to be just home and getting back into routine again.
All right.
So that's basically my little life update.
I don't have any travel updates. I've just been hanging out here in the North Dakota/Minnesota world, and I'm excited to be getting back into kind of fall hobbies, baking and sourdough and sewing and reading a little bit. So
yes, I just baked a almond white chocolate scones today with sourdough. They were really good.
They were really good.
Yeah.
Yes. How about you, Terri? What have you been up to, and what is your life busy with?
I haven't been traveling yet, but I do have travel planned. We're headed to Florida soon,
Ooh.
so I'm very much looking forward to that. And really, I have been in book mode ever since the story came out. I have been balancing my full-time job with being an author, which has been a lovely task to adjust to, but it's definitely hopping.
I bet.
Yeah. And we'll kind of go into that in a little bit later too, of like how all the things that go into being an author and like all the steps you kind of went through and in that journey. So I'm excited to hear about that. I think that'll be good.
All right.
Then we kind of talk a little bit about what we're kind of reading at the moment, or any books that, your genres you're into or things like that. So for myself, what I'm currently reading, I'm currently reading The Story Collector by Evie Woods. I'm just barely getting into it. I haven't really read it much. It's on audio. It's kind of a little bit of magical realism, and it's exploring the fairy tradition and fairy idea in Ireland. And so there's two different storylines, one from like 100 years ago and one current, and she's reading the diary of the person from a year ago or 100 years ago. And so it's those two's, their lives kind of coming together and seeing like how they intertwine 100 years apart. Cool. It's very good so far. It's just like light, easy read. And then I actually just finished this one today, The Wrong Daughter by Dandy Smith. And it was kind of a mystery thriller kind of genre. And there was lots of twists and turns. And it was just a really like pretty basic thriller. But I liked it. It was good. Yeah. No romance for me.
That's unusual for you.
I know.
I just finished listening to Blood Hollow by William Kent Kruger, which was the author visit that actually Cindy, our mutual friend, and Kaylin and I got to go see when we were in Minnesota. And I've been reading his series, the Cork O'Connor series, and this was book 4, I think.
And you said that like they've just been getting better. And
the first one I wasn't completely hooked. I was like, it's okay. And then the second one, like the characters really develop and you understand, oh, that's why in the first book he wasn't always so likable. I don't know. And now the more I've been reading them, I really like them. But I have the Grey's Anatomy dilemma because remember when you stopped watching Grey's Anatomy because you knew what was going to happen?
Yes.
I know that in one of the books coming up, one of the main characters dies.
Oh no.
And I'm like, oh no, but I feel like I have to read through that to get to the later ones.
Yeah.
So we're calling that the Grey's dilemma.
I still have yet to finish Grey's Anatomy. I stopped. I mean, okay, this is spoilers, but if you haven't seen or heard of it by now, when McDreamy dies in Grey's Anatomy, and it's a big deal, I just didn't watch it. So I was just like, nope, I don't want to see this anymore.
I know, I'm debating. Maybe I just skip that book.
I think you need to read it.
I will.
I think it makes the series.
We know I will.
Coming from me, who's saying I didn't finish Grey's Anatomy,
but you didn't want to read or watch the rest of it.
That's true. I wasn't interested in the rest of it. So. And I knew like so many other people are gonna die, so I was like, like the whole point of the show was just like death. Yeah.
How about you, Terry? What kind of books? Excuse me.
What kind of books do you like to read?
I'm ready to read the story. Well, one of my favorite authors is Kate Morton, which you talking about the books that go through the years, that makes me think of her books. I don't know if you've read her before, but, it's a bit historical, but oftentimes it has to do with family and ancestors and families going through, it has some suspense, some mystery, as well as the family connections to it. The Forgotten Garden was one of hers that I absolutely loved. But I've read pretty much every book that she has written. I'm getting ready to read the book We Begin at the End by Chris Whitaker, which I think they're also going to make a movie of. And I haven't started that one yet, but hopefully that will be a Florida read. So I'll sit on the beach and read that one.
Yay.
Yes. Nothing beats the beach read.
No.
In general, do you enjoy reading? Or has that been something that's always been a part of your journey? Like, have you always been a big fan of reading?
I do. I love to read. Now, I have friends who could sit down and read an entire Harry Potter book in essentially one setting, and I've never been that committed, I guess. But shorter reads, yes, and nothing beats like falling into the storyline of a book and having it completely consume you for however long it takes you to get from the front cover to the back cover. I love that feeling. So yes, always looking for a good read.
Awesome. Yeah, that is the best feeling ever, when you can just kind of forget about everything around you and then just you're engrossed in that totally different world, different problems, different settings, just like you said, front cover to back cover. It's awesome.
You have that moment where you look up and you have to kind of blink a little and like renew yourself to the real world.
Yes. Yeah. Beautiful feeling.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll move into the interview portion where we can find out the good stuff that we have on tap today to learn about your book. So to start us out, do you want to just tell us a little bit about yourself? And is there a real life Bella and how this story kind of came about?
Okay. I grew up a farm girl in Iowa, as we talked about. I have a bachelor's degree and a master's degree, and I've worked in education for many years as the director of marketing and enrollment management at a community college. It's a role I definitely love. And of course, being with a public relations background, I've been a writer for a very long time, but I was always writing for the college. So news releases, you write news release after news release, but you disseminate the news release, and then it's not something that your name follows with the news. But we have a magazine. We do newsletters. I do advertising, all of those types of things at my job as well. But it was just recently that I went through some very heavy health circumstances that made me to decide to pursue the manuscripts that I had written for children's books. And so now I'm kind of going through that shift and very excited. It's been super timing to take my mind off of a lot of my worries and do the writing for fun.
It's kind of interesting to hear. So, like we kind of talked about it a little bit already when reading, like we use reading to kind of like go into a different place and kind of like calm your headspace a little bit, but it's kind of fun to hear about you using writing to kind of like calm the headspace a little bit. I don't feel that I am a good writer, so I struggle with that. So it's really fun for me to hear from you about that, just getting to kind of escape and put your thoughts into this story instead of using the reading to kind of escape. So I like that thought. What do you think do you find that with writing at all?
Yes, that's definitely a good correlation.
Yeah.
Very cool. So the story is about Bella Bean on Blueberry Lane, the puppy wonder. And you told us you have some puppies at your house. And did one of those give you a little inspiration towards the story?
I do. And yes, my dog, her name is Nala, and she's a Havanese. She very much looks like Bella Bean, and she definitely was the inspiration for the story. And just to tell listeners, yes, there she is. To tell listeners, in 2024, I was diagnosed with 7 brain tumors. So their type of brain tumor called a meningioma. And that was the health scare that prompted me to pursue. I always thought that I would probably try to be an author in retirement. But after I went through that, I remember my dad saying, you just keep hugging that puppy, when my family was so very concerned about my diagnosis. And I think, that's when I definitely took my relationship to a whole different level with my dog, because the dog was there for me through the worst of a lot of things and a lot of tough days. I've had 2 craniotomies since then, and going strong today, just in time to talk about the book. But when we were talking about different correlations too, I pursued this book soon after my diagnosis. It was the summer of 24. And I worked on the book in the breaks in my health journey, and everything essentially fell in place for me as I started to work with the doctors and try to get myself healed up. And when Bella Bean on Blueberry Lane was published and came out, it was released. It was on the first anniversary of my first craniotomy, which is called your craniversary.
Oh,
yes,
man.
Is that?
That just gave me goosebumps.
Yeah,
my heart is just hurting for you hearing your story and you just being, oh my gosh, what a journey.
Yeah. And that this is clearly like your like author journey is like clearly also like meant to be happening at the same time with like how the dates are lining up and how you're finding that like piece through the writing piece of it too. So yeah, that's so your journey is so, I mean, you don't want anyone to go through that, but you just seem like you are handling it so wonderfully and using this like writing as such a great outlet for that.
Thank you. Yes, outlet for that. That is a very good way to put it. It's definitely been an outlet. I've had it's called Terri's Journey, a Facebook page throughout my brain tumor journey. And I think that really got me honed in on my personal writing again as well, because I could see the depth of what I was going through started touching so many others. And it's such a bizarre thing when you go through something so deep that you never dreamed you would go through, and yet you can still see the good in it. And that is the way that my entire journey has been. The topics that we touch on, mental and physical health and brain health in Bella Bean on Blueberry Lane, those are topics that human beings have such a hard time talking about. And I think, the fact before this that my connection with people, they thought I had it all together. I was a professional. My job was very public. I'm working in marketing communications for a community college. So in my community, people probably get tired of hearing about me sometimes.
I bet
they don't.
To talk about something so personal and have people relate to you, to you and realize, that you're human and you're stumbling and you're making mistakes every day, just like every other human is doing. It leads to some very stimulating conversation.
I think you have amazing courage to share that publicly and to be willing to talk about it. I know one line that really struck me in the book it's on page 7, and you say, "Sometimes, though, because of that big heart and her care for others, Bella was a worrier, especially if she had too much think time." And I just thought, oh my gosh, you just put into words there what anxiety is and what the crippling effect of that, like too much think time and the too big taking on too much, and how you put that into words. I don't know. Was there like an inspiration moment where it all just came together, or how did you piece that together so beautifully?
I think it took time more than anything. And it is, once you experience it yourself, there's so many things as a child that you go through. And when you reach adulthood, you think you've learned all the things and that you have all of the tools to lead you through your life. But then when you face anxiety and depression and hardcore things such as that, you realize there is so much more left to learn, and we are all still learning. And you're better off if you just admit that, and you're learning your whole entire life. So yes, I think I've evaluated the things that might take me, back downhill or put me in a spiral. And one thing I've learned is the stop technique. And the stop technique, the minute your mind starts to go to those dark places or the bad places, just visualize a stop sign in your mind, because we as a society are trained when we see a stop sign, when we see red, we stop. So that's another, a mental technique to get you to put the brakes on those bad thoughts before they lead you down the wrong path again.
Oh, that's so, our meeting's going to end in 10 minutes. I think that you just touched on that so well in terms of like identifying that in yourself and the hard challenge of that. And the idea, or one of the themes I feel like was really strong in the book, was the part of that of asking for help, whether you talk to somebody else like yourself who can recommend things like the stop technique or go professionally for help. Bella Bean talks to her mom and they go get help. And I think that piece of the importance of being willing to ask for help is something that maybe everywhere in the Midwest I know is sometimes a hard thing to admit. Like, oh, I can just grind through this. I'll just be fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you approach it with such good transparency too. And they're not equivalent things, but I do women's health or pelvic floor physical therapy, which is very similar into mental health where like a lot of people don't want to talk about things related to that because it's very personal, it's very private. But if you can just approach those kind of topics similar to you do in the book, very transparent, very just stating the facts, like people struggle with this. This is very real. Everyone has this.
It's not a shameful thing.
No, it's something that is so real. And don't approach it like the big, like, oh, they're having an episode, or you know what I mean? Like, no, they have depression. Right. Like that is what they're going through right now. So yeah, just the fact that you do that in such a great way with transparency for both kids and adults with the book, I think that's awesome.
Yes, we all have good days. We all have bad days. And I think you hit the nail on the head right there in that some people are accustomed to talking about it and some people just aren't. And it makes them uncomfortable or scared, or it gives them anxiety just thinking about having to share these things. And then when you put that on kids, okay, how are we going to help them with that if we can't even handle those things ourselves? And that's where I remember thinking when I wrote it that I needed to write a children's book for adults.
Oh, I love that.
Essentially, that's what Bella Bean is, because it can affect a child, it can affect an adult, because it's a topic that we all need help with to talk about
absolutely.
it.
Yeah, I love that. That's awesome.
All right.
We're back after a brief little intermission, but we're going to pick back up where we left off. So we were talking about, mental health and how you do such a good job with keeping everything nice and transparent. Like you said, the kids book for adult, which I just love. I love that concept. It honestly makes me kind of want to think about writing a kids book too. I just think that's so
cool.
fun.
It makes it much less scary. We can all talk about that.
Absolutely.
It's just a children's book.
Yeah.
Yes. I love that. It's so approachable.
I agree. Yes. And then you kind of think, well, if Bella Bean can do it, anyone can do it, right?
Yeah. Yes.
I know. One thing you shared about getting your story out, or that you and I have talked about, is you have a program where you're sharing it in elementary schools. And that just made my teacher heart very happy. And I was like, oh, I just love this part of this whole program. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
It has been wonderful. So we are getting the book out to second grade students. Real life Dr. Doggy, my doctor, I went to her and I told her what I wanted to do, because I do think this message is so important and it needs to be instilled in children at an early age. They need to know they can communicate. They need to know they can talk to all of us about these things, because the children of today are facing all of these issues as well. And it's not that we weren't facing them earlier too, because we were, but now it's just so prevalent. My daughter is an elementary teacher as well, and just listening about some of the things she sees day in and day out, it became very apparent to me that we all need to be talking about this, and I wanted to play my role in making that happen. So I approached my doctor friend about this, and we started to look at ways that we might fund it. And she, in the end, chose, she thinks the importance of advocacy for mental health is this important as well. And so 3 communities in our area, it's the community that I grew up in, the other county seat town in the county I grew up in, and the town where I live at now. And she is a doctor in this community. And we are putting the book in the hands of every second grader in each of these communities. So far, we did the Creston School District, and then we did the Catholic school here in town, and it was an unbelievable experience. They let us go into each classroom of second graders, share our stories. So I talk first, and then she speaks as well. And she does a wonderful job of making just doctors approachable, telling kids that doctors want to see you be healthy as well. And you have to talk to us so we know how to help you. And the response of the children has been a beautiful thing.
Oh, that's awesome. Do you have a reason behind second grade being the choice for grade?
I do. Here again, giving you a little of my history. I went through a very difficult time in fourth grade, and looking back on it now, my mom and I have had these conversations, and we do think that I probably went through childhood depression. And here again, I think these situations are happening much earlier today. But my thought was, get it in the hands of second graders. They're old enough, they're starting to enjoy reading, they're talking, they're beginning to see friendship issues. They may have issues in their home life. I think that the earlier the better as far as getting this information into the hands of young people. And that was how we landed on second grade.
Awesome. I love that. That is amazing.
We talk a lot, and I teach in a middle school, so I teach with seventh graders, and we talk in our program about one trusted adult. You should have one trusted adult, whether it's at home, at school, a doctor, somebody that is your person, and how do we help you find that person if you don't have it? So this is such a cool program, like you said, to make that accessible to kids.
The big dogs. That's what Bella would call them.
Yeah, I love that.
And we talk about that in our second grade classroom visits. Look around the room that you're sitting in right now. Are there big dogs that you could go to if you needed to talk about one of these topics? And the thing that we have to remember is that big dog may not always be sitting at home. Mm-hmm. That may be part of the issue. So for that reason, we talk about the guardians, the grandparents, the teachers, the school administrators, ourselves. We're all big dogs in these children's lives, and we all have to play the role that we can to help them get to a better tomorrow.
And I absolutely love bringing the medical side of things into it too, because I think that can be really, really scary for kids and very intimidating, because any sort of medical facility, it feels very hierarchical. Like I'm just a kid. Like I don't want to, express these things. And a lot of times too, it can be really easy to be wanting to just be perfect. Like you said, doctors want you to feel healthy too, but it can be really easy to want to be just perfect and be like,
no, I'm fine.
I feel good. Everything is good. I'm just fine. But approaching it from the they want you to tell them, talk to them, because they want you to feel good too. And I just love that. Bringing into that medical piece of it too, because I think that can be super intimidating for, anyone, adults again too, kids, adults, everyone.
I love the message to the adults in the story too, that Bella talked to her mom, and mom knew that she didn't have the answers that Bella needed. So to go, sometimes as the adult, we don't have the answers, but we can make the decisions to get people in contact with those that can help.
Yeah.
And that's okay too, to not be the one with the answers, but to be able to say, let's get you some help.
Yeah. Awesome.
It is. I took extra time when I wrote it to keep that part of the story broad, because oftentimes physical health issues can lead to mental health issues, and the physical health issues are just as important. So, and each of our situations is so very next person. So I really tried to keep that open, and I didn't want to isolate cases or name specific doctors by name, because it could be a whole different plan that student A needs compared to student B. And the first step is just going to that big dog and talking to someone so they can figure out what they need to do to feel better.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, I do really wish Ryan was here, because those are things he's very vocal about his mental health struggles with anxiety, depression. So I do really wish he was here, but I think if he was here, he would really appreciate your take on this, and and the book, and just again that transparency of mental health, because Ryan is very much all about that too. So just speaking on his part here.
Yeah. And just, we want you to know, we want to continue your mission. So in second grade classrooms in the town where Kaylin and Ryan grew up, we're planning to bring our Bella Bean copies to them. And I was just sitting here thinking that maybe we can make a donation. Where Dr. Doggy went to school, we could access there and donate some copies to their second grade classroom there too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love it.
Oh my goodness. That would be incredible.
Yes.
So we'll let you know when that's in place. We'll follow up.
Dr. Doggy would love that as well, I'm sure.
Yes, I bet she would.
We'll get her all emotional about that. She's so mushy, you know.
Yeah.
We just have to tease her a little bit.
Yeah.
We're going to divert in another direction a little bit and just ask you about, you mentioned how you've been juggling your full-time job, which first of all, thank you for your work for community colleges. We're big advocates for that. I grew up, my dad was a teacher in a community college. I attended one, Ryan attended one, and they've been a big part of our life, and we're advocates for what a difference accessible education can make for kids. So thank you for your role there. But you mentioned juggling that with being an author. So what is it like being an author? Can you tell us about that?
It is unbelievable. I can't even believe I'm to this point, but it makes everything worthwhile. And it's hard to get to this point, and having the confidence in yourself to pursue your dream, that is huge too. I had that manuscript written for quite a while, and I let a lot of friends read it first, and they're so supportive of me that I, finally got to the point where, okay, I want somebody to give me some really hard criticism now. We can make this thing better, and I need to find somebody to help me get it to that point. And it was, I hate to think that it took the fear of death to make me pursue my dream. But that, in the end, is really what changed things. I didn't know what my diagnosis was going to make my future look like. And I wanted my grandkids eventually someday. I don't have any yet, but I wanted them to know that, grandma was here and she loved you. And that is what eventually made me pursue it. But once I got to a publisher, and then they loved my story as well. And I found somebody who did challenge me to take it to the next level. And I think we made it even better after some strong critiquing. And I told her, I said, I have tough skin. I want this to be good. I don't do this every day. Give me the hard stuff. And we did. We made it better. And I'm so happy with the finished product. And I have many more manuscripts that I've written, but the reaction to Bella Bean has been so positive that I think humans need a little more Bella Bean. So I actually just yesterday finished Bella Bean 2. So she's coming.
Exciting.
Will you come back on and tell us about her when it comes out?
Yes.
I will. Yes.
I love that.
Yes. So that will be 2026's project.
Exciting.
But yes, Bella will have more adventures and another tough topic to tackle. But we're going to do it with grace, and we're going to do it by communicating.
Oh my gosh. I love
that's
that.
so exciting.
Yay. That is very cool.
How long did it take about from the process of, finding your like the person to challenge you, the editor, publisher, like how long was that process from, when you first were like, okay, I'm going to actually kind of do this, to getting it published?
It was about 1 year and 2 months.
Wow.
And there again, my health battles, slowed it down a little bit, but especially as a new author, I think it would have taken me pretty much that amount of time, no matter what. And I love the process, just the creativity that you get to be involved with. You've got the manuscript, and you're the only one that has the complete visuals of what you want this thing to look like. So even when they had me, you sit down and for the illustration team, I sat down and I dissected the manuscript and what do you want on each page? And I had to give them physical descriptions of what every character should look like. And then the next step was to tell them what the illustration on each page should look like. So I think it was good therapy for me as a brain surgery patient, recovering and having to think through these things and knowing that I wanted the story to be so valuable in the end. And then watching it go from a pencil sketch to, yes, like theirs.
And they turned out so cute.
So cute, yeah. They're adorable.
Yes. So, and then eventually they add color, and then, every phase, every draft you see, you think of more and more things that could make it be even better.
Oh, wow.
Or something that you might not even write in words, but then you can put it in the pictures to give the reader the complete thought process of what is going on in these characters' minds during the story.
Oh, that is so cool.
That is.
Just that piece of it that you don't even think about when it comes to being an author or putting it all together is all of those tiny details that go into it. What did you think when you got like the final, like you got to hold the final book? Like I feel like that would have been just like such a surreal moment. Like, did I do this?
My name is on this book.
I was a child. It was so beautiful. Oh my goodness. I opened it and I danced and I ran. My daughter lives probably a quarter to a half a mile from here. And I said, "Are you home?" And she said, "Yes." And I physically ran to her house. And we hugged and celebrated and flipped through the pages as the sun was setting. And it was a beautiful evening.
That's awesome.
She hadn't even seen the UPS guy coming that day. It's so funny because she saw the UPS guy coming and turning down our road, and she thought, "Well, I wonder if Mom's getting something." And it was the book.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's good. Oh,
amazing timing again.
Yeah.
That was like a good illustration moment right there. The sun setting and you and your daughter with the book. Like, oh my gosh.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you have Bella? Did you have your Nala with you as you did it? Like, was there just this whole?
I have like Nala. We did it on my Facebook page. I share photos of Nala, and my followers like that too because Nala has become very photogenic. Puppies are very smart, and I think she might know what's going on.
She's got poses. Yeah.
Yes, she's more photos, Mom.
Show me off.
She's loving the spotlight. That's really
Let's get a little bling going on here.
Need my makeup. And
Yeah. So, well, we have appreciated your time so much today. Thank you so much. Like, this has just been, I've loved every minute.
Yes.
This has been fun.
We do ask one question of every guest that we have. And obviously we know one of the answers to this because the question we always ask is, what is one book you would recommend to absolutely everyone? So of course we say Bella Bean on Blueberry Lane is what we recommend to everyone.
We like that choice.
Yes. Which, speaking of which, do you have like a bookstore, an independent bookstore or somewhere that you would promote that you like people to get it from? I ordered mine on Amazon, which we don't really love doing here, but if you have a local bookstore, well, we can look into that.
Okay, we do. It's definitely, it's available Amazon, Barnes & Noble. It is on Ingram for bookstores or libraries. Order through the Ingram app. So it can be ordered that way as well. And we do have it in local stores. And there, if people could find my Facebook page, it's Terri Stephens. I do have the links and the retailers on there.
Okay. And Sam can put that on the page with the podcast so that if you...
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
If you,
we'll link
I think it's included in the email too that we have. And if not, we'll find that and make sure that he can include that so everybody has those links.
Yep.
So, but in addition, do you have another book that you recommend to everybody?
I think I would, here again, I'm going to have to go with children's books. I think everybody should spend time getting to know the characters in the 100-Acre Woods.
Oh.
Pooh Bear and Friends. Because Pooh Bear and Friends tackle everything in a very people-friendly manner as well. And if you look at your friend groups and then you look at Pooh Bear's friends, we all have the sad friend, the crazy friend, the caring friend. And then you correlate that to the Pooh Bear books. I think I would have to go with that.
Oh, I love that.
You can learn a lot from Pooh and Friends.
Yes, I love that.
That is fantastic. So,
And they're adorable.
yeah, they really
And they are adorable.
Yes.
Sweet
Such
little,
good messages.
great little lines in there.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, we'll kind of do a wrap up for the day. We usually end with some recommendations that are not necessarily book related or reader related. Do you have one today, Kaylin? I'm not super prepped. I'm brainstorming right now really fast.
I think it's okay. I have to go grab it.
Oh no, you're abandoning me as I say I don't have one. Oh, okay.
She didn't have to go far. Good.
I think I've done this one before, or Sam has at least, but it's a band called Young Gun Silver Fox. They're the reason we went to Chicago. They're kind of a funk, yacht rock, 70s vibe band. And so we went to go see them in Chicago in this really cool venue called City Winery in Chicago. So we got to be at a winery eating dinner and enjoying some funk rock 70s vibe music. And we got to meet them and they signed their vinyl. So I highly recommend everyone checking them out. They're super, super good. And they were so fun to listen to. And then when we got to meet them, they were just like very genuine human beings. So highly recommend them. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to do a local recommendation for here in Grand Forks. If you are interested in yoga and kind of the mental health connection of that, and you want a calm and friendly yoga place, I recommend Elements Yoga here in Grand Forks. And Diane, who owns and teaches there, is an absolutely amazing human. So Element Yoga.
But not everybody go, especially on Wednesdays. Because
that's our night.
That's our night. And so it can't get too full on Wednesdays. Or you can come. It's fine.
Yes. Do you have a recommendation you'd like to do, Terri?
Go music too, and I'm going to go Brandon Lake. Brandon Lake is contemporary Christian, and I recently went to his concert, and he has an amazing warrior story. He has been through so much, but is now sharing with so many people, and was on a stage with an almost sold out arena, and yet I felt like I could have walked up to him and he would have listened to my story and had a conversation.
Awesome.
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
Brandon Lake Music. Check it out.
Yeah, I'm
Very
looking forward
cool.
to that. Awesome.
Right. Well, we'll wrap up here today.
So for us, you can find for Paperback Perspectives, you can find us on Instagram at paperback_perspectives, on Twitter or X at paperback_pod, TikTok at paperback.pod, YouTube Paperback Perspectives. You can also email us at paperbackperspectives@gmail.com. And then you can find Terri on Facebook and you said Terri-Stephens-Higgins. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
You can find. We'll put the link in the description too, so you can find.
Neither
it
of
on
us
that
are
too.
Facebook people, but I've looked at yours through other people.
Yes.
Wonderful.
We do need to make a Paperback Perspectives Facebook.
We should.
We need to get
John
your
would help
husband
us
on
with
that.
John would help us with that. He's our Facebook guy.
He is. Yes.
We'll put him in charge of that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much
You can
for
find me on the web at Christian Faith Publishing
Oh,
as
perfect.
well.
Oh,
That is
awesome.
my publisher.
Okay.
And they have a webpage for me too.
Cool.
Awesome. We'll link that in there too. So
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well,
Great.
we appreciate your time so much today.
Yes.
You have an amazing story, and
do.
you're just so much fun to talk to. So Cindy was right. You are a gem.
You are a gem.
Aw. Thank you. I enjoyed visiting with you too as well.
We appreciate your time. Also,
And tell the family hi.
okay,
Will
we'll
do.
do.
Yes.
We'll do. And you say hi to our friends in Iowa from us,
Yes.
because you'll see them before us probably. Well, we'll get those books out to second grade classes around here, and we'll be in touch with you when we do that. In the meantime, thank you again. Thank you to our listeners, because sometimes people listen and we appreciate it. So thank you. Thanks to Sam, who set this all up and then disappeared behind the scenes. But clearly we needed him, because in the middle we had to go retrieve him for help. But we appreciate everybody out there. So until the next chapter. This has been Paperback Perspectives with Terri. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Awesome. Good work. That was great.
Thanks, you guys. That was fun.
That was very fun.
That was.
Yes.
Thanks for being patient with us as we figure out technology and be our first true real guest.
Yes.
Technology's always hard, especially when you're under pressure on time.
Gosh.
Oh, gosh.
No. I feel like I would just love to hang out and have coffee with you sometime. You're just awesome.
If you guys ever come back here, you have them tell me, because I would love that too.
I think we need to go down to
We do
Iowa
need to go.
sometime.
We have not been there. We need to go, and we talk about it every year, and so we just need to go. We need to just make the trip to Creston, and we would love to get together with you if you do
that.
Yes. Karen would host us. You know she loves to have people over.
Yeah.
She would. Oh my gosh. They have wonderful get-togethers.
Yes.
Their holiday, oh my gosh, the appetizers they serve at their holiday.
They're always
gathering.
we're such, well, not Cindy, but Karen's like, I'm such an introvert.
No, you're not.
I don't like to and we're like, okay, you're planning these giant.
Oh, you guys, on these second grade visits, she would just melt your heart. I don't know if she told you, but on page, the whole 6-7 thing right now.
Yeah.
With kids.
Yes.
Oh, you guys froze.
Oh. Are we back?
Did I freeze?
You did? Okay, you're back. Okay. Yeah.
So
6-7. I hear it 5,000 times a day. Yeah.
I'm back. Okay, good deal.
Okay.
You do. Oh, yeah, you work in a school. Duh.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's how we started out with the kids. We tell them what page it's on, and then we do the words from page 6 with actions.
Oh my gosh.
So the night before we did the first visit, I told her about it, and I taught these 2 kids that were going to help us. And then I sent Karen the video, and I said, so did you practice it yet? And she said, well, we looked at it. Which I can just hear. So the first school that we went into, she kind of did it. And then by the last time, she was so relaxed, and she was doing the things, and she was connecting with second graders. Oh my gosh.
She loves to act like she has this tough outer shell, and she's the biggest softie in the world.
She is.
Yeah.
I know. We can all tell stories on Karen. It's good.
It's been great just seeing that side of her.
That's so much fun. See, we never see the doctor side of her, so that's fun for us. I've never been around her in a professional aspect. I've only been around her in my crazy friend who we drink tequila with. See, I can tell stories on her too.
I love it.
So we kind of forget.
She's Kaylin's godmother, and when we all go to the lake,
cool.
we all go to the lake together. And the first few times Kaylin would come,
in Minnesota, where they go?
Yeah, we meet them there every year.
Okay.
And so when Kaylin would first go, she was a kid, she wasn't old enough, and then when she was old enough to. You probably weren't 21. You were probably 20 or 19. And Karen would be like, just have a drink. We're like, and Kaylin's like, you're the most corrupting godmother on the planet. And then when Kaylin was first, she didn't drink very much. And now.
I still don't. But
no.
When we're at the lake.
Right.
Yeah.
But Karen's always like, see, we taught her how to do it. But we laugh and we cry and we stay up all night telling stories, and it's so much fun. So
yeah.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
And poor Cindy, if we
needs to get away and have that time.
Yes.
I don't know how she does it with the stress she faces every day.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah.
I know.
So I agree. Well, thank you so much.
Yes,
this was so much fun, and I would love to meet
welcome.
with you in person. You're probably never coming here, but we'll try to make it there.
Well, if we come through there.
Yeah, there you go.
Absolutely. Give us a call. We'll go out for dinner. It'll be so much fun.
And we'd love to have you back for the second book, which is so exciting.
Yes.
if
we'll keep that in mind.
If you're willing to do that, we would love that. So keep us posted on the progress, and we'll keep you posted on the books going to the schools. I'm going to get that lined up. So I'm pretty sure in Thompson it'll be no problem because we'll just get those delivered there, no problem. And I'm pretty sure I know the counselor at Central Valley. And so I think I can get them lined up there pretty easily too. If not, I'll call there. And
I bet Dad knows. Lots of people.
Yeah. Or the counselor in Thompson will know the counselor there. Christian will know them.
Oh my gosh. Whatever you decide to do, take some pictures because I'd love to post about that on my socials as well.
Okay, yes.
We'll do that. Yes. So. Well, thank you for giving up time on your Sunday. We appreciate you.
Yes, you're welcome.
We'll let you get back on with your life. So thank you so much, Terri.
Thank you.
We'll catch you guys later.
All right, bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Oh, it just said there. Meeting will end in 10 minutes.
She was awesome.
She was.
That was so much fun.